Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be a great matchup between the New England Patriots and the Kansas City Chiefs. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach. Well, first opened way back in 1972. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium, part of the Truman Sports Complex here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the Kansas City Chiefs. Hello again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row. On the other side of the field for the visiting Patriots, they can't be any better as we hit the halfway mark. A perfect 7-0 on the year.
And when we looked at this team in August and we looked at the schedule, we thought they had the potential to get off to a hot start, but I don't think either of us expected 7-0.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? This will be taken very short. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. So here come the Chiefs for their opening drive. Leading this unit will be the big arm man out of Texas Tech. 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now, he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. Rolling to his left. And right away, he lost the football. And the Patriots have it. So he went out of the pocket left, and then things got dicey.
And what often happens is when they get outside, they want to keep their eyes downfield in order to try and complete a pass. But when they try to make a play, they've got to get their footwork involved. And that can really mess them up as well.
2 fumbles in the first half.
And the ball got knocked free.
Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number one in their conference.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. On second down now, Michelle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now it appears we've got a Chiefs moving pretty gingerly down there.
We got it injured.
We'll step aside and get it up.
I love injuring players. So it's Harry at elbow. Oh, he's out for like 5 minutes. He'll be back, I bet.
When we return to Arrowhead. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to throw. Hoffman. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
You better be ready next time.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 8 yards on the run there, and that trims it to a 3rd and 11 coming up.
Here we go.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
I got you.
Operating from the gun, Hoffman, and he'll get that to Michelle, complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage. Play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit from the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And this one is right through. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Then he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Defensively, here are the starters for New England. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because his feeling was good, solid performance, did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely would like to see some improvement in this week's game.
They always want improvement, don't they?
They certainly do.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead.
Yellow. 180. 48 Mike. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Get him, boys. Get him, boys.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
I can't believe they even let you play.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
Check tight end, check tight. Check tight.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
Got it. 44's the mic. Come on, D. Get it.
On 1st down, Hoffman flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So here, the men in charge are going to be looking at whether or not the receiver had possession of the ball as he went out of bounds.
And they have to make sure that the receiver got both feet down in bounds as well.
10-1. They said it's an incomplete. Yeah.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that
He
challenge.
had that.
As a coach,
Yeah,
you
he
hate
was
that.
in.
Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Let's go.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. On first down, Michelle. And he'll be brought down inside the 20.
Yeah, the one with the chest. I knew he would be back in. I can't remember what his name was, but yeah, I injured 2 KCs, and I also caused 2 fumbles, and I got 1 back. Yeah.
At the 19. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Sony Michel with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. Now the try here for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45.
Yo, I hope they show the replay on that.
13 yards there at a Kansas
because
City
my dude jumped over that fucking good.
These plays
like
come from the
trying to
college
get
game
to
into
one.
the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success. How about the evolution of the offensive linemen?
I'm gonna go and I'm gonna make a short of that. That was pretty badass jump over. He almost got him.
Get out in front of that type of a
Didn't
play.
get him, but almost got him.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Can I
That's
injure
going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Out to his left. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker.
Are they gonna
decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I would love that. Not punt it. I mean, field goal. If they field goal it, I want to see if I can block it.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a 1st down.
And this is
almost,
target
but
to
not
the
so
left. Didn't
close.
get there anyway.
But they missed
It's
it
no
anyway,
good,
which
and
is
this
a good
score
thing.
will stay right where it is. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those
like when I go for my
.2
conversions, yes, there's times I make them, there's times I don't. You can't make every single play.
Pats at the line, ready to go. They're
means
looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they
half
got
the
it 1st
time
and 10.
I'm just messing around with these people because
run on 1st down.
I like associating with people, and
he's got a 1st down.
this is like
inside the 40.
another fun way I can meet new people too, because I met
play of the drive,
a lot of people
19 yards.
through
One thing's for sure, this
PlayStation
defense
that
has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the 1st quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional
I like
things aren't
having
working
fun
too
with
well.
y'all.
So I remember a coach of mine saying way back
honestly,
when,
this is
back's
the
having a great
easiest
game,
way I can go live
you got to
with
get the
y'all.
ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was
Less
takeaways,
work.
knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him.
I just hold a controller, look at the TV, and I talk to y'all.
On the ground, this is
But
Michelle.
no, I love playing this game anyway.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's
But I'll be getting,
yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill
I'll
up the
be
stat
getting
sheet,
the
but they
new
do set you
football
up in good
games
position
too,
on
so I'll
2nd
be
down.
able to go online and I'll be able to play with other people, and that would be a lot more interesting.
Ready?
Off the play fake.
Oh,
yeah. He's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The Mississippi State man,
I tried
Chris
throwing
Jones
it
with a
wouldn't
sack
let
there.
me.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback.
Wouldn't let me throw it that time.
Rolling to his right. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up
Thank you for not
incomplete.
catching that.
Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
And
I think
get
you're
us
right.
a
We're only in the
safety.
1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead.
I'll get us a safety.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
Right out at the 1 yard line.
Sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1 yard line.
Like I said, the 1 yard line for y'all.
The field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end,
let's go get a
he says it
safety.
passed over the 1
But
yard line.
what would it be better
mark it
is
out. I
if
mean, you can see
I
it
got
right
the
there, right? See him
safety
walking up the
and I
sideline.
caused the
Told him to
quarterback a
stop right there at the
fumble,
1.
and I get the touchdown.
Yellow. Arms up, little lady.
Let's do this. Safety.
No. Check that.
And I'll get the ball back.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3 yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. On 1st down, Michelle, and he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch one.
On the handoff, it's Michelle. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On 2nd down, Michelle, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Michelle. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Let's go.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Hoffman. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, he'll force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
Shoot. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he'll work his way closer to the... goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And they will run it with Michel. And he keeps fighting his way into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Sony Michel with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And that one makes this a 19-point game. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it was Sony Michel's touchdown scamper that polished the drive off. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30. Yard line. Out comes Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense. I think this crowd not really sure what to make of things. Their guys have not looked very good. Their leader here at the top, he hasn't looked that great either.
And most of the time you hear guys talk about how they don't let...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
You better talk to your boy. You better talk to your boy. Have him protect you.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Dietrich Wise Jr. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now here's Mahomes. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Yo, I'm beating on these people.
Yeah, we talk about players blitzing all the time.
I'm just
I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit.
beating on
What a
the
running
snot
start
out of
right back to
Casey.
the
Come on,
backfield for him.
Casey.
Yeah,
You're
it
better
really didn't
than
give anybody
this.
a chance to get up there
Come
and stop
on.
him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult.
I know you
You're
want to
asking a
hang
whole
out with
lot
the New
anyway, but
England
when he gets that kind of a
Patriots,
start
but
and
come
comes
on,
through
you don't have to
clean,
come hang out like this.
oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the
We
defensive
can always
player.
have a cookout after the game. Yeah, yeah.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is fielded at the 27. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. The Chiefs defense making their way back onto the field. And despite being down on the scoreboard, this unit, they've had some big-time hits.
Sort of like us at practice the other day. I saw you take a running start at that blocking sled. You took it down.
Bounced off like a rubber band.
No, not at all, but you're exactly right. They are doing their job, but they want to add takeaways to it. You need to have more of those to go along with the big hits we're seeing.
By the way, when I tried that and I bounced back, I noticed that you laughed with everyone else. You didn't try to get in my corner.
No. Someone had just told me a joke on the other side.
Right,
I missed that. Totally missed it.
On first down, Michelle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Watch one. Coming to you.
On 2nd down now, Michelle. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Yo, that play was badass.
Explosion to take him all the way down near the goal
That
line.
was a badass play,
Maybe
man.
hand it to him again since he's
Dude,
got
watch
it
this
going,
dude
or
flip.
fake it to him
Yo,
and throw
dude,
it to
that
a
dude
teammate.
flipped.
Right now the options are wide open.
Yo, dude, that dude did a complete fucking
And what can
flip.
they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns
I'm gonna make a
and a
short
field
of that
goal.
play right there, and I'm gonna put that as a thumbnail for this game, dude. No, dude, that dude went flying, did a complete flip.
Get it.
Trying to pound it in here with Michelle. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
All in all, no gain on the play.
I had
It'll bring
nowhere,
up
dude. They ambushed
Molly did
me.
a good job of sliding
I
around in the
didn't
pocket.
even
There
know
was nowhere to go
Statham
with the
got
football,
taken
so he
out
had
the
to take
game.
off and try and
He
run.
must have
He
sucked
just
that
got back
bad,
to the
huh?
line of scrimmage, no gain.
They'll try to run it in. Michelle. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. They've got the comfortable lead. Decision time here. Do they go for it, press their luck?
Listen, if I'm the head coach, I take my headset off. I turn to my defense and say, guess what, guys? We're going for it right here, right now. I want the knockout shot, and if it doesn't happen, you've got my back, don't you?
We're going for it
Go
right now.
And if you don't get it, the other offense, they've got a long way to go in the other direction. They're running it. It's Michelle. And
Told
he
you.
is
We
in.
got it.
Touchdown, New England.
No worries.
Sony
We
Michel,
got it.
becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Ooh, you're going big. I like that.
I mean, skirt at minimum,
skirt
filet
steak,
at
come
maximum.
On. You can't give the guy a skirt steak.
That's
He
true.
scores
Filet,
3 times.
filet,
There you go.
10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Fine. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was Sony Michel's touchdown scamper that polished the drive off. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you've got a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Well, still time for him here as we sit in the 2nd quarter. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill, and he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Throwing now is Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And McDonald here over the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
Let him rush it.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Here I come.
Now Sanders. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Now they got to get to the line quickly. To throw, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, so they don't waste out that time because there's only 27 seconds left of the quarter. So if I didn't time out,
here's Pat O'Donnell now.
They had plenty of time to let
Kansas City.
Clock wear down. I'm going to get a touchdown.
This
Watch.
first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good.
I'll get a touchdown on this run. Don't worry about
Judge
that.
will walk it off. And he says it went out of
I
bounds at the
went there
9-yard
first
line. Nice
half
punt.
with a touchdown.
The field
Promise.
position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh.
I got you, son.
On 1st and 10, Hoffman steps away. Looking for Harry. He's got a man. Complete. And all the way down
I
to
guess
the
I
35.
broke that around there.
A big play there
wow.
just before
Like I said, you
halftime.
can't win them all. I
43
tried.
yards.
I tried. At least he caught the ball. It wasn't an interception. It wasn't incomplete. It was a catch. I got it. I
So
tried.
at halftime, it's the Patriots with
like
the
you
advantage.
can't get them
As
all.
we'll send you down to
and
Orlando,
that's
and we
all
check in with
fine
Jonathan
with
Coachman for our
me.
EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, and it's the Jets who have the lead in the second quarter. The Jets locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, we'll head to Cleveland to check on the Browns at home at First Energy Stadium, and they have the lead in that one over the visiting Buffalo Bills. Baker Mayfield with a couple of touchdown passes. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Tennessee Titans. Kiki Cutie, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race. Very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner, because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those
Mic's on.
Who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value.
Ready. On second down, Michelle. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets them to 3rd and 3 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll keep it on the ground. Michelle. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Ready up.
44's the mic. Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together.
Hit it.
Off play action. Hoffman. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run it with White. And he keeps fighting his way into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. James White, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Second effort there, he was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
Point after try forthcoming. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Come on, fellas.
Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? Who is going to win that battle of the offensive and defensive Lines. Low man wins. We talk about that, but we think about it in a running game. Well, guess what? The same thing happens when you're trying to pass protect. Are you low? Are you balanced? Are you in a position where the pass rush won't bowl you over on their way back to the quarterback? They've got to reestablish that in order to try and keep their man upright.
They have been bowled over a lot so far in this one. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
They'll go again with Sanders. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did. Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On second down now. It's Sanders, and not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on third down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. On the move to his left. He may try and run for this. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 38-yard line.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
Zero.
Sliding out of the... And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Here's Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Ready to break. Mike's both. Check. Five.
This drive starts out on the ground with Michelle. And an alley to run. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
A try here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through. to extend the lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done. That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Mahomes now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and they'll run. It's Sanders. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes got his man complete over the middle. That's McDonald. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well. doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
It's second and goal, but now all the way back at the 14.
Come to my world. We want
Mahomes going to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. This is third and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game.
Hey, 50.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And his kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Mahomes now to throw. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, his 4th touchdown on the year. And it may only be for pride now, but the Chiefs get a bit closer. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
The point after is good. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. A good drive that time as they go. 9 plays in all, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
Offense marching back. Back onto the field, and our focus shifts here to Sony Michel. He has been a touchdown machine. It has been enjoyable to watch.
And the scoreboard continues to light up as a result of his efforts. He's been a blast, though. Every time you look up, you just figure if he's got the ball in his hands, he's going to end up in the end zone. It's been that kind of a game for him.
Absolutely. Now you just keep waiting for more. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Watch one. Ready? Go.
Following the penalty, Michel. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
To throw on 2nd down. Hoffman nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Sack, baby! Sack, baby!
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up in Incomplete. They're looking for a spark defensively. When he went for that ball, probably thought he had a chance at the pick. Now, remember, they had 2 last week in the win, obviously losing here.
Well, you talked about looking for a spark, and the best sparks are when you make big plays for your team, and he had that opportunity there. Couldn't haul it in, but that doesn't mean they're going to back off at all. They figure if they can get one of those takeaways, they can spark their team to a win.
He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now Mahomes. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Call it no gain on the dump off, and it's 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that's complete to Sanders. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it? season. Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season. He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michelle. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally, down at the 36-yard line.
Good work, boys.
25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Indy.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Ready.
They'll run on first down. Lockhart. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
You got him. You got him.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Let's go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Lockhart. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
Here we go. Set. 18. Gator.
We got to get this stop here, D.
Get it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Sony Michel standing alone with a new NFL record 32nd touchdown as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
In your face.
They'll run forward with Michel. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game. An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. Rolling to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 22-yard line.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Yellow, go on, 80. Check, 48's the mic. So we got man.
On first down, Mahomes under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. 2nd and long. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Watch the screen. Pass.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes gets this one to Hill. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Offense marching back onto the field, and our focus shifts here to Sony Michel. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 22-yard line. They run the counter. Lockhart. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Extra point forthcoming. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a two-point play instead of kicking it through the posts. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs?
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic, faking it. I can understand you want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
Did the same. It smelled terrible. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. Here's Mahomes to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves. But they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Mahomes now on 1st down. They complete it to Hill. And he's got room. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Dietrich Wise in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. On 2nd and goal, Mahomes. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. 5 plays there on that drive. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They have the big cushion. Here in the final stages of this one, I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Set up, 18 Gator. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to, because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
So the Patriot offense stays out there, and they'll line up and go for 2. Back to throw. Hoffman. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Mahomes now on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Here we go. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie. You mine. 5.
Looking to throw on second down. Hoffman out to his left. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Pats, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.